Hello there.
There we go. Hello, welcome. Welcome to stream.
Hello
How's it
there.
going? How's everybody doing? Mic check. Yeah. Hello there, BiteBeat. How you doing? Yeah, no links. The bot was having some issues because Discord caches the thumbnail, and even though it was a new thumbnail, it was the same URL, and so Discord just didn't fetch the URL, like the updated thumbnail for the stream. So I've gotta fix that in the future. Hey, not an armadillo. I was like, I'm gonna ignore that notification for now. How you guys doing? How do I sound? I actually don't. I haven't looked. How you guys doing? I'm doing interestingly. I don't know if I'm doing good, but yes, I'm doing good. I can't complain. I'm very pressed mentally. I'm doing too. Clockwork, good to see ya. Dr. Phineas, good to see ya. Left, right. I can finally tune back into Kraken's stream. Yes, I was gonna play Clair Obscure today because I'm doing story now. Like, I did a bunch of exploration, and I was like, I'm gonna go forward now, and we'll do that on stream. But I worked until like 5:55 p.m. So I keep on showing my utility knife in stream. I don't know if I should show that. Is that weapons? Are you allowed to show weapons on stream? I guess streamers show guns, so like, what am I worried about? I would like to be the week to be over. That's how I'm doing. I'm right there with you. I don't remember when it was. I think it was Friday or Monday. I found out that a technical issue that I was working on, that I thought I had a programmatic way to, it's like a data ETL issue. extract, transform, load. That's what ETL stands for if you're not a software developer. It's like you have lots of information, and it's not ordered, and you've got to figure out how to manage it, and then like I don't know. The problem that I was working on became fractal. That's fun. So I have been like pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing all week to get this problem solved, and it's most insidious of problems that I have talked about for a long time. Hey Bluefield, where'd you get the necklace? I got this from Hawaii. My family's from Hawaii. I actually don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like a puka shell necklace. It's like literally any of the ones you can get in the gift shops or tourist shops. You can get them at ABC Market. You can get them at... I think I got this one from... it's a grocery store. I don't remember what the name of the grocery store is. If I remember, I'll tell you. But you can get them in the airport. You can get them anywhere. But yeah, it's like a little reminder of home and my family. I didn't grow up in Hawaii. I grew up in Washington State, so I don't know that I can really call it home. But, you know. Hey, Stripes, man. How's it going? Is that high, or is that like that pictograph? You making like a bridge? That looks like steel girders. I don't know. I'm hyped because the Jump Ship demo came out. Oh, what's Jump Ship? That doesn't sound like a problem I'd want to deal with. No. It and that was not one up your problem, you know, the week that you're having. Not that I don't know. I'm commiserating. I also want this week to be over. Hey, No Face, how's it going? Good to see ya. Trying to make a program that was made in BASIC, not a clue how to do anything. I have a 600-page book with equations that fed it. That sounds disgusting. One, you're dealing in BASIC. I feel like... Well, never mind. I'm not gonna nerd snipe you. Good luck. Shoot me? No. You can get through this and you'll be stronger for it. The software is available in the from SAE in disk form for direct use on either Macintosh or IBM PC computers. That sounds like an ancient program. Hey, Little Pumpkin. Good to see ya. Hi, Little Pumpkin. That's caps lock me answering you. That helps. I just got more shit piled on my plate to deal with instead of infinitely deep issue that has potential to grow infinitely and unpredictably. I don't think it's infinite, but it sure feels like it. It's like... it is a massively recursive problem with real data that has a lot of transformation cases. I don't know. I don't need to I don't need to go into it. It's a lot. The book was copyrighted in 1996. Oh, man. I mean, I hope you're getting paid well for that, Armadillo. That sounds like you're doing that. You're doing a service. Chatting and driving. Gosh darn it, No Face. Why do you do this? Don't text and drive. You know what? I'm gonna ask Raywin. I'm gonna ask her if you're just like shotgun or you're actually like messaging. A recursion. If recursion isn't solving your problem, are you using enough iterations? Yeah. Well, I wrote a recursive algorithm, and it has become a monster. And I'm like, I should switch this to something more performant because the recursion is actually becoming a problem. Like, I already eliminated all of the API calls, anything that would like cause rate limiting or but the processing of it is just so much that recursion is actually slowing it down. So I actually have to reduce the complexity of the algorithm. I might actually be able to get away with not doing it, but I'm getting to that point where it's like taking so long to do each iteration, each execution, that I am considering using a more performant algorithm, which is like just fuck me. Sorry about the swear. I'm trying not to swear on Thursdays. It is certainly that kind of day. He gonna tell on you? Yeah. He totally is driving. Pretty sure he goes to the gym by himself and he likes to live dangerously. You know, he does live in an extremely remote area with less people than, you know. Also, hi Huts, how's it going? Matthew Cookies, good to see you. Welcome in. It's been a while. Have you heard about IT Specialist Simulator? It's so realistic it made me rage quit. You know that so one, yes, no. I have not heard of it. I will not play it. I was getting I was going to a computer repair shop because I was getting a family member's phone screen replaced and I didn't want to do it myself. And I was there picking up the phone and checking everything out that it made, you know, worked and everything. And they were talking about XMP, and I was like, XMP? What chipset are you guys working on? And they're like, oh, we're working on Intel. It's an i7, 14. Oh no, I think it was 13700K. And I was like, oh man, I'm so glad I switched to AMD. And like, they were so pumped that I knew what they were talking about. And I was like, these guys would be fun to work with. And I was like, could I do this job? And I was like, I probably could, but I think I would be extremely not happy in tech support. I already have done tech support before, and I know that I don't like it, and I think it would be a lot. You could, but also no, you couldn't. Exactly. That is exactly. I popped in because I'm actually sitting down in the evenings more often now. Good. Well, welcome. Just so we know, I don't have any plans for today. I actually haven't eaten today, so I don't know that I should stream very long. I'm just chilling out. I'm actually kind of want to put a video up behind me, but I'll figure that out later. And then IT Specialist Simulator. That reminds me of, what was the game that you made me play, Dr. Phineas? Dr. Phineas redeemed the make me play a game Twitch redemption, the channel point redemption, which, if you're on YouTube, sorry again. Are you wearing earbuds inside those headphones? Sorry, Bluefield, I don't know when you said that. I am. It's so that I can hear myself and make sure that the audio levels are all correct. You know, I just want to make sure that it's a good experience for you guys. Yellow Popcorn, welcome in. How's it going? Bitburner, thank you. Yeah, Dr. Phineas made me play Bitburner. I was saying, if you're on YouTube, sorry I haven't set up Truffle so you guys can get channel point redemptions and those kinds of things. I am going to. See you later, Yellow Popcorn. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be here hanging out if you don't have anything else to do. Probably be back, but I don't know. Cool. There's lots of stuff to do on the internet, you know. Take care of yourself. And if that means sticking around, that's fine with me. If not, that's also fine with me. Watching Kraken yap is a pleasant experience. Well, that's good. That's one of those things that my brain just doesn't think about. Like, what do I look like when I'm socializing? What do I look like when I'm having a conversation? I just like block that out of my brain. But yeah, Bitburner. I feel bad, Dr. Phineas. Like, I know we've already talked about it, but like, I played that for like an hour, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is work, and like there was no feeling of satisfaction writing the script. So Bitburner is like a hacker simulator. So like you write shell scripts and run functions that they give you in game. Like they'll just like, it'll like scan stuff, and you'll like scan like endpoints, like computers, and like you write you write algorithms to go out and like play the game for you, and like you get points or money. You're like collecting money from other people's computers that you've hacked, and like in order to do better, you can write more code and you can become more like the depth there. You could make the game play itself entirely. And I just felt my soul getting sucked away, and I was like, man, this is what I have to do at work. I don't want to do this here. Like, I could, but there's no value attached to it, right? Like, a game is supposed to be fun. Like, you give it time, it gives you fun. And I think at least back then, there 2 redeems, 2 fails. Oh no. What was the other one? Was it a fail? Kraken PTSD simulator. Well, it less PTSD. I want to be. I mean, lol. Yeah. Oh, Riven. You know, I did. It was okay. It was okay. I just didn't finish it. I actually enjoyed Riven more than I thought I would. Tech support is only fun for about 6 months. I guess. I did it for like 2 years. And it was for civil engineers. It was tech support for civil engineers. So maybe that's like poisoning my bias. You got burned out on Bitburner? I did. It was more like ADHD overextension, you know? Like I've been writing a YouTube video, like a script for a YouTube video. I've been trying to like come back to YouTube. Like I've got a lot more energy. There's stuff that I'm doing. Like I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going through some specific therapy, and so it's like helping me have more energy and like stop burning myself out so much, or like being burned out by life. But when I do come back to YouTube, I want to like give people my experience with ADHD, because I did get formally diagnosed, and so it's like I'm trying to think, like, why did I not know I had ADHD? Like, how did I survive? Like, how did I get by when a lot of people run into barriers in life? You know, how did I get through? And like, one, it's like a lot of people that contributed and helped me and taught me lessons that like in coping mechanisms and tools. They gave me tools and just like education was one, and then just like random shit. Like I got super satisfaction out of like, you know, getting good grades, and so like that really helped, right? Like that's a freaking, that's good RNG. Like having your brain be satisfied by good grades. Hey, Lil Cotty. That was a tongue twister for a sec. How's it going? Nice. Hey, Malorium. we can't work. I left my laptop at work. Nice. Good. My laptop is 15 feet away from me. And that's bad, because there's unfinished work. I was a little bit, I'm getting ADHD. Why did I survive with ADHD? A bunch of these reasons. Before I was medicated, and actually still to some degree now, I was basically scraping the bottom of the barrel for brain juice, if that makes sense. Like, I was forcing myself to do things, and I'm going to talk about this a lot more in the video, so, you know, whatever, but chilling. What about you? Also, you said my name right. Nice. That, you know, it doesn't always happen. Hydrate. Thank you, Matthew. Whew. Yeah. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel with ADHD. And so, like, when I do things at work, I have to be able to convince myself that it's necessary and I have to do it. And that I need to do it, or else bad things will happen. That's not a healthy approach, by the way, to ADHD. And so when something like Bitburner comes up, it became like, here's this task that feels very much like something you've been convincing yourself you have to do, or else bad things are going to happen. But I know that since it's a game, no bad things are going to happen. I was like, I have nothing I'm on empty in the gas tank, and this feels very much like something that I don't have a justification to do. So, like, I don't know. Nowadays, I'm actually feeling a lot better about tech work. Like personal, I'm doing a lot more development for stream and stuff. Like, I did a dev stream a couple weeks ago where I was building a Lua script for OBS. Now, that failed. I don't know if I ever told you guys. That script is just, you can't do what I was trying to do. You can't modify browser docs and stuff. I think you might be able to replace them. But I ended up writing my own URL rewrite service. It's like Bitly, or a URL shortener, if you ever use those. I wrote my own because Bitly wanted to charge me. So now my OBS uses links for like YouTube chat and if you don't know the problem, YouTube streams change the URL every single time, and in order to stream with OBS, you have to change the YouTube URL, and it changes every single stream. So it's annoying to have to go in and change the URL on all of the parts. Like, if you're on, like, Locati is on YouTube, there's this chat window right here that has a specific URL for just YouTube, and I'm using a URL shortener now. And I wrote it myself because Bitly was like, oh, you want to do that? Give us money. And I was like, no. Okay, you got it? Okay, cool. I gotta catch up on chat. Send help, I'm playing Cractorio. I think I'm gonna... I got burnt out by Factorio. I don't even remember the name. The fleshy planet in Space Age. And I did too much in that planet. I should have left as soon as I could. And now I'm like, everything feels like a slog playing that. I'm doing an Ultra Cube playthrough. What's Ultra Cube? Ultra Cube sounds familiar. YouTube. Oh, what do you use StreamerBot? Oh, sorry, Huts. It thought your streamer.bot was was a link. I do not use StreamerBot, no.
Thank you.
Oh, Locati, thank you for the follow. Welcome over to Twitch. The period was counted as a link. Yes, it is, unfortunately. Oh, Ultra Cube is a mod. Oh, interesting. Did you ever play extreme sports games when you were younger? Tony Hawk's or snowboarders? I had friends that played the snowboarding game. I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 through 3. I think I did play 3. I owned 2, I think, and I played the other ones at friends' houses. I learned a lot of bands through Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's like my favorite thing about it. Thank you for the follow, Fireman. Welcome in. Jay Waver. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. Just wanted to pop in and say hey to you and everyone else. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good weekend. Hopefully a good Friday. I know the week's not quite over. Have you ever played Trailmakers? I have not. What's Trailmakers? Oh, it's a sandbox game. It's like not Legos. Son of a... Son of a dingus. Why isn't... Why did that not work? Am I having driver issues again? Son of a dingus. I mean, it's a good thing I'm just chatting, because if I have to play games, I guess my capture is not working. It's a game where you can build whatever you want. Also, happy first time chat, both Locati and Fireman on the Twitch side at least. YouTube doesn't show me what you're if you're a first time chatter, but Twitch does. It's a very interesting game. Okay. Nice. I was thinking, oh no, I forgot what it was called. I was gonna play the game that's like Minecraft, but then you can fly out. It's like No Man's Sky plus Minecraft. It came out, 1.0 came out recently. I think I'm gonna redeem Rollerdrome. I have heard good things about Rollerdrome. Rollerdrome is the skating one, right? With you're in a skate park, but you've got the roller skates. More material efficient. Streamer Bot does have a way to combine chats from YouTube and Twitch, but it pulls it into Streamer Bot and has its own window. No idea how it works. I was using Restream for that, or I guess I still am. Cubic Odyssey, yes, thank you. Yes. Which is the second time I've answered that. Dude, yeah. So, when I gotta make sure I don't overshare. When I got my formal ADHD diagnosis, they gave me a bunch of tests, like a lot. I had to do a bunch of questionnaires, and then they did a bit of intelligence tests. One of the things they tested was my short-term memory, like my working memory. And I have never been so uncomfortable about my memory in my life. Because they read you a list of names and objects, and you have to recite them back, and I was like, holy shit, I have terrible memory. And yeah, since then I've totally yep, I've got bad memory. I realize I've been using mechanisms to write to long-term memory things that I actually need to hold on to. And that sounds cool and a handy thing for an ADHD person. I don't think you're supposed to actually do that because the way I do it is anxiety. Because when you convince your brain that a thing is a threat and so you must remember it, turns out that does stuff to your brain. That's not great. So I'm working through that. For sure, I'm on the East Coast with an early day tomorrow. However, if I had to recommend a game for you to check out, I'd recommend Stranded Alien Dawn. Jay Waver, I know you gotta head out, but if you come to the Discord, that's where I'm collecting game recommendations that aren't in the redeem. So if you're on Twitch, you can redeem the Make Me Play a Game. It's 75,000 channel points. So if you're thinking, don't come just to make me play a game, to Twitch, I mean. But I am taking suggestions. There's a suggestions channel in Discord, if you want. But Stranded Alien Dawn sounds familiar. I don't know if you can do that? Okay, sweet. I don't think I can recall what that one specifically is. I'm catching up on chat. Sorry, guys. Kind of like a scrap mechanic, if you've ever heard of it. I have not heard of scrap mechanic. Son of a chicken nugget. Nice. Son of a chicken fry. With extreme sports and guns. Okay, that sounds like my kind of thing. If you could have only one condiment for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, armadillo. I don't know about that. That sounds like a terrible world. Okay, if we bend the rules genie style, then I could include whatever I want as an ingredient. Because if you make a sandwich, right? Technically mayonnaise is a condiment, right? But if you make a sandwich, mayonnaise is a part of the sandwich. So I'm good on mayonnaise. What about oh, that's tough. What do I really, really like? It probably okay, this is my short answer. It's probably a bad answer, but I'm going to go with habanero hot sauce. Like fresh habanero, not artificial hot sauce. Because I freaking love habanero, and it brings spice to my life. And I could cheat for the rest of the things as long as they're ingredients. I've been watching you since you first reacted to Let's Game It Out. Awesome, Lokani. Well, thank you. Once I come back to YouTube, and I know I kind of am streaming to YouTube right now, but like that's not as difficult as the YouTube video. When I put up, start bringing in YouTube videos again, start making them, I am gonna do more reactions, and I'm actually gonna do some more stuff. Honestly, like with the whole ADHD diagnosis and like the therapy and stuff like that, the stuff that I've been getting straight and figured out, I kind of want to talk about like Let's Game It Out has kind of changed my life in a lot of ways. It's pretty awesome. I'm very thankful for him and his channel. Short-term memory reminds me of that Pokemon Coliseum minigame with Clefairies. Well, the mini games, like as long as it's like less than 5 or less than 10 items, then I'll remember it. But if it's more than that, then I lose it all, or I'll lose like 90%. 141k mods. Take care of Meloria. Gosh, what does DOS always say about like mods? I don't remember. Depression and ADHD plus stress is a 1-2 wombo combo on short-term memory. I went to the DMV the other day and the lady told me I needed any one of 3 specific forms, and by the time I got to the door I had forgotten 2 of them. I know that feeling. And the way I've managed that in the past, like I said, is through anxiety. I'm like, what if I get there and I frickin' suck, and everybody thinks I suck, and everything's gonna suck, and I'm just gonna feel terrible? How can I prevent that? Well, I can like do everything now. Nice, baby. I can do everything now, and then I can put it in front of the door, and like those are like some of the steps that I would normally take, right? But then at the same time, I'm feeling shit about myself. So I totally get that. That's 100%. That's the scenario that makes me anxious. If it's a separate part, I think it counts as a condiment. Like if it's distinctly separate, it's a condiment. Okay, so like hot dog and ketchup, like classic. Okay. I think it depends on the food that I'm eating. So I think I'm gonna stick with the habanero hot sauce. Hot sauce as well? Okay. You're telling me you're expected to remember stuff? Where'd the planks go? I'm in space. I can't do planks. I'd go with mayo for my condiment. Mayo is a great base for a ton of sauces. Oh, true. Aioli. I guess plus the garlic. But garlic's not a condiment. That's an ingredient. My favorite sandwich is the BLT, which uses mayo as the sauce. Okay. Interesting. Dude. I want to make a BLT with thick cut bacon now. I'm very hungry. I have not eaten today. That was a bad choice. I was focusing so damn hard on work. I was like trying to get as much done as possible because of this stupid problem. Because timelines don't wait for stupid problems. Ranch dressing is my favorite condiment. Interesting. I've never been a huge ranch enjoyer. I do not mind it though. I know a lot of people put ranch in literally everything. Speaking of mayo though, I had shoot, what's it called? It's Japanese mayo. It's like Kewpie mayo. I got a bottle of Kewpie mayo. I don't know how I got it. It was like it was in one of the grocery stores that I go to. And it's pretty good. It's like It's not amazing or anything, but it's like different and tasty. And that's all you need out of food, right? I've spent almost a decade mastering my focus and I stopped taking my ADHD meds. Well, good for you. I'm joking. You know what? Good job. Maybe I'll get there. I've never been medicated before. This is like the first year I've ever been medicated, and it's huge. I always wondered, like, would I be? Let's see, who's come out as ADHD? Come out. Who has announced that they have ADHD on YouTube? There's Jaden Animations, and Jaden's was like, ADHD meds changed my life, and then there are other people like ADHD meds did nothing. And I'm probably leaning towards more Jaden Animations. You should eat? I should. I'm going to order something before I stop streaming. Like I said, I'm probably not going to stream a ton today. Unless we play a game and I forget. But I don't know. We have a Gemba walk every morning. I bring a clipboard with me, otherwise I don't remember a damn thing. It also helps me with random thoughts and projects I make myself. What's a Gemba walk? That sounds interesting. TTS is broken. I'm sorry, Matthew Cookies. I need to fix TTS. In fact, I'm going to write that down. There we go. Healthy Crack makes better content. Eat for the views. I mean, it could. You guys want mukbang stream? QP. Yeah. Eating is awesome. I'd recommend it 10 out of 10. You know, I'll take your word for it. No, honestly, eating's pretty awesome. I freak everyone out by putting it on on every piece of food I eat. Oh, on ranch? Yeah, I mean, that's like putting ketchup on everything. I have an acquaintance, I'll say. I don't want to dox them. I have an acquaintance that puts ketchup on like literally everything. Like everything. And it's not cool. Like, I'm not a person that judges other people for like what tastes good to them. But it is like a little uncomfortable when they're like throwing ketchup on like watermelon and steak. And like steak I kind of get. That's like, you know, if you like grew up eating like boiled meat, depending on your age, like sure, like you got used to the taste and now it's like comfortable for you. But like watermelon, you're gonna put ketchup on watermelon? Ain't no way. It's because they add bonito to the mayo when making it. What is bonito? I'm learning things today. Depends on how your body reacts to the specific medication. True. Yeah. And whether or not the was it fMRI transmitters and how they're working and your neurological makeup. Honestly, I'm not even gonna pretend I know how that shit works, but it's Mrs. Crack. Sorry, Armadillo. I'm so behind on chat. I missed the context for that. Gemba Walk is a group walk of managers and others that travels to each production area to review through issues, etc. Oh, interesting. Okay. It feels familiar, like I've read it in a book somewhere before, and I don't do that software. I had a buddy that used to put mustard on his eggs. His justification was they're both yellow. You know what else is yellow, bud? That's not a good justification, man. Vinegar goes with everything. You know, I actually kind of agree with that. I freaking love vinegar. I mean, maybe not too much, but like, there was a time, actually it was Hot Ones. Hot Ones, I freaking loved Hot Ones when it first came out. The show. Have you guys ever watched that? Thank you for the hydrate. When Hot Ones came out, I was freaking Nice. I was super into it, and actually, I went and bought the lineup, and a bunch of my engineering team bought the rest. And so every production deployment that we had, and we're software, so we're deploying a new production system. We would get together and have a Hot Ones lineup, and so like I'd go from easy, jalapeno or chipotle or whatever, 1200 or 1200. Crap, what's the rating for heat for spiciness? I want to say Kelvins for some Scovilles. Thank you. Kelvin was the only word that was coming up. So wrong. 1200 all the way to like 2 million, right? Because you go all the way to Pepper X and Carolina Reapers and stuff. And one day my body decided that you're done. So I'll still do it. I just know that I'm gonna pay a huge price, and I'm just like it feels like there's knives, like I've eaten shards of glass and it's in my stomach for days afterwards. Kraken is drinking the universe. I am the world eater. Ketchup on watermelon sounds really strange. Bonito is dried tuna that is shredded, pressed into a block, and then shaved with a planer. Oh, that sounds delicious. I would put that. So, I wonder if they sell that in like a shaker, like a salt shaker, kind of like dispenser kind of thing. I would totally put that on stuff. I've been eating a lot of ramen this year because my sister-in-law got me a bunch of like fancy instant ramen for was my birthday or Christmas? I don't remember. But anyway, I had a huge stock of ramen, and I've been like trying new things. I got the Kewpie mayo. I put the Kewpie mayo in the ramen. I was like soft boiling eggs for a while. It's freaking delicious. It's dark magic. Nobody knows how ADHD meds work. Actually. Well, no, I just said I don't know how it works. I have a general idea, but I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to repeat it. It's one of the bases for miso soup. Oh. I did not know that. I thought miso was vegetarian. Mrs. Crack is the ketchup fiend. That was my guess. Oh, no. Thank goodness. She's more refined than I am. DeWalt tools are yellow. That's true. Are you guys DeWalt, Makita, Ryobi? What are the other ones? What are your guys' favorite tool brand? Like power tool brand? What color is your water bottle? It's green. Shouldn't that be yellow, boss? You need to drink more water. Shouldn't that be that yellow? Okay. Hey, Invalid Selection, good to see you. Vinegar powder is severe. Invalid Selection. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't finish the story about Hot Ones. I was eating salt and vinegar wings like twice a week for like half a year. And I would eat so many, and I know this sounds like I'm like gorging myself. I was not. But I had such strong vinegar wings that it was like wearing out the layers in my mouth. Like the skin in my mouth was like wearing away because I was eating too much vinegar. It's delicious. I freaking love vinegar. Vinegar powder. I'm saving that for later. I'm going to go. I might actually go to the store and get some after stream because that sounds amazing. I have a question about your opinion on LGAO. Is specifically he is a crazy person, or is he inventive, finding a way around problems? So, do you want a real answer, or do you want a joke answer? Because I could do both. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably enough wood for a woodchuck to chuck could wood. Fuck. That's my answer. Okay, I'm gonna speedrun these comments. Hot Ones are awesome. I love a good dude. For freaking I can't remember. I have no memory. My brain is so smooth, guys. Work has smoothed my brain out so bad. I cannot remember my favorite sauce from Hot Ones, but it's not very hot. It's delicious. It was like the California one. Yes, exactly. Exactly like that. I just hiccup, then fire flames from my rectal area. Love me hot food. Yes. That's what happens. That's what happens. Kraken, stop sharing medical information on the internet. Okay. Did you say ramen cereal? Did I? I don't think so. You should be able to find it in Wajimaya. Sweet. The bonito. Okay. I'm freaking okay. I'm writing this all down. Vinegar powder. Bonito Lakes. I'm going to Wajimaya this week. Milwaukee? Nice. I don't remember what brand of power tools I have. Temu. No face, get out of here. I mean, Harbor Freight is an answer. My favorite tool brand is whichever one is charged. You know, that's a good answer. Good answer. Happy first time chat. So high. I have a question about. Oh, you reposted. Okay. Will you stream more Satisfactory? I will stream more Satisfactory. I had to take a break because a lot of bad things happened at the end of last year. That I won't go into right now. But I got burned out of pretty much everything. Like, literally everything that I was enjoying at the time, just, like, I stopped enjoying. Like, hard. It was like I ran into a wall. And so I had to, like... I had to drop everything to, like, get a new context. So, I'm going to go back to Satisfactory. I hear 1.2 is coming out soon. Or is in development right now. And 1.1 was pretty fire. So, I'm definitely going to jump into that. All my wired stuff is Milwaukee. Battery powered is DeWalt. Interesting. I think it's the opposite for me. That's funny. I picked up a big bucket of vinegar powder from Amazon a bit back. I use it for my rubs for smoking meat and stuff. That's wow. I'm like my mouth just went like that sounds amazing. He's inventively creative. So I'll give you the real answer. LGIO is a genius. And he's a genius with so much brain juice. I am so jealous. He is a brain millionaire. Like I feel like LJO like I know people in real life that I feel are the same type of person as LGAO, where they're just very observant. They're very thoughtful, but they have that like chaos gene. You know, what's LJAO's alignment? I feel like LJAO's alignment is I want to say chaotic evil, but I don't think he's evil. He's I don't think alignment really covers it. Chaotic neutral. You think he's neutral? You think LGAO is neutral? He has too much time on his hands and uses every second. And he like thinks about, okay, what do people expect? Okay, what would annoy people? How can I do that? He's weaponized ADHD if he has it. I would be surprised. Either that. So here's the thing. ADHD, as far as I understand it, which is less than poorly, or better than poorly, but not much better. If you are interested in it, chances are you'll be able to be motivated to like do stuff and act on stuff. If you're not interested, then it'll be very hard to get the motivation. So like, yeah, maybe LGO just gets insane pleasure out of like annoying people in the best way possible. I'm pretty sure LGO covered one of his light switches in glitter. That's evil. Okay, that's chaotic evil. Glitter, like, I used to... Glitter's like craft herpes. Like, craft supplies. Not like craft as in hipster. I'm never going to catch up on chat. No, I'm so far behind. Hiradashi flakes are always amazing to keep on hand. I'm going to write that down too. You guys are extremely influencing Hiradashi. I feel like I'm going to spend like over $100 at Wajimaya this week. What's your opinion on space type games? I feel if you like to explore certain games, will be fun, but some are better than others. So I love space, and that's like, is it bummer or like does it ruin the vibe if I casually mention depression? I actually do want to know. Because I've been dealing with it, and I wanna share stuff in the next YouTube video I do about depression. But like, not everybody's super open to hearing stuff about depression. I love space, and one of the ways that I knew I had depression is that like I lost that feeling of wonder and like smallness, and just like when you look up at the sky, right? You look behind me, and you get that feeling of like, holy crap, there's so many unknowns. I'm so small, and there's no way for me to ever really understand all of it. And that's like both a comforting and exciting, like my explorative curiosity is piqued every time I look at space. And when that stopped, when I looked up at space and I felt nothing, I knew I had depression. That being said, I freaking love space games. It's amazing. No Man's Sky, I've played a lot of. In fact, I keep on dropping the playthroughs that I do. I've gotten really far, but I haven't gotten as far as I want. I have my own fleet. There's something past that. I've never beaten No Man's Sky. Cubic Odyssey I want to play. I freaking love Mass Effect. I freaking love, like, I could go back a lot. Like Star Wars, I freaking love Star Wars. Space religion. I got Satisfactory when it was only on Epic Games. Really? It was on Epic Games first? LJ was lawful chaotic. Thank you for the follow, so hi. Lawful chaotic? I would say, yeah, there's an argument for that. I can see that. Have you thought about looking into space games for review or gameplay content? I think we've played No Man's Sky on stream before. So one of the things I'm super happy about is now that I'm dual streaming on YouTube, you get the VODs. So I have streamed space games, you just can't get it because Twitch deletes VODs. So now that, YouTube, you can just look at the streams playlist and you can go back and find out what games I've played. I should make playlists for those though. This whole conversation reminds me of a shirt I have. What's that? If you ever watch him live stream with others, that's all he does. Derail, destroy, and terrorize. I love it. Let's Game It Out streams are just the best. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I can learn a lot. I appreciate that. It's such a cozy and also hilarious and mischievous vibe. Casually mentioning he does a tactical reload on toilet paper and ate pizza flavored cotton candy. Okay, Twitch isn't showing me the message you responded to, so I'm missing that. I feel like talking about depression only really kills the vibe when it turns into trauma dumping. I suppose, yeah, that makes sense. That's one of the reasons most of the books I read are space-related sci-fi. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I love that feeling of infinite possibilities that makes you emotionally aware of it, right? And that's like kind of a dry way of saying it, but it's like, oh yeah, there's so much out there for me to understand, like that I don't understand, and it's going to be interesting and it's going to be fun, and it might not be fun, but it will be new. This is such a chill stream. It's really nice to have on while I eat dumplings and recharge. Merlin Riches. Is it Riches? Let me know if I pronounced that incorrectly. Thank you for saying so. That's awesome. I'm enjoying it too. I should do just chatting more often. It's just I only have 2 streams a week, and then any extra streams that I do on weekends, which have been pretty rare lately because of how busy I've been. But I do enjoy just chatting streams. That one Call of Duty space game. Oh, Infinite Warfare? No. Advanced Warfare. I think it was Advanced Warfare. I didn't play that one. I've read 87 books so far this year, nearly all of them space sci-fi. Nice. I was on a fantasy kick. I reread the Stormlight Archives at the beginning of the year to prepare for the new book, and then I read the new book. And then I moved on from there. I got stopped up though. I heard Robin Hobb has really good characters, and so I was like, where should I start with Robin Hobb? And I went and read the Assassin's Apprentice trilogy. I think that's Farseer trilogy. I got into book 2, and it just it isn't doing it for me. I need to find like, I don't know. It's so. I'm not going to explain too much about it, but it's like the main character in that book is like a whiny teenager who makes sense. Like, teenagers don't have fully developed brains, and so like a lot of their decision making is flawed by that, and that's okay, and that makes sense, and it's fine. But he's put in very stressful political situations in like a fantasy medieval setting, and so people are trying to kill him, and he's making mistakes, and it's like, this guy cannot catch a break. Like, I know he's a teenager and this is all very realistic, but I really want him to overcome some of this stuff and like I want some W's for the main character, and there aren't any. Or at least not that I felt were satisfying. LGO built different for sure. Lil Cotty, thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a good weekend. Expeditionary Force. Is that a book series? Malorium, if that's a book series, would you mind posting that in the Discord? I'd be down. Like, the last sci-fi book I read was I started trying to reread The Expanse series because I got super depressed by a certain cataclysmic event that you'll know what I'm talking about if you've read that series, and I couldn't get past it. Like, it was just too depressing for me. But I hear it gets really good after that, so I want to go back. Speaking of space games, did my jump ship description get lost in the deluge? Yes, I think it did. It's already on the list. Can I send a link for the shirt without getting in trouble? You can do it in the Discord. You could also post it, and you won't get in trouble. It's just Nightbot will delete it. So if you want to post it, and then the mods can review it and repost it, just keep in mind if the mods decide not to post it, that's their decision. You won't get in trouble. The bot. Okay, cool. I re-listened to Ready Player One this past weekend and working on a saw and forgot how much I love that book. It's really good. I do love the first book. I might reread that sometime. I feel like that book should have been a trilogy. But that might have ruined it too if it was a trilogy. Like it just felt like sometimes it went too fast, and I was like, I want to stay here and find out about all of these themed things and like all these references, and I want to like flesh them out. But that might have ruined the pacing. So I think I love that book. Jump Ship is basically PvE Sea of Thieves in space. Oh, interesting. Is there the same capability to grief other players? Because that's like a mixed bag for me. I think the main reason I don't play Sea of Thieves that often is because of the possibility of losing all progress because somebody's a jerk. Although I've had a lot of fun in Sea of Thieves before. With other PCs. Like meeting randos. I have the releases for the series. I'm in the middle of Hyperion. I bounced off of Hyperion. I read like two or how many episodes are there in it? It's not episodes, they're like sections of characters. How many character stories are there? I'm pretty sure I read like 5 or 6 of them. And there was something about it that I kind of lost the plot on. No Man's Sky is breathtaking with the amount of features it has for the lack of DLCs. I agree. I freaking love No Man's Sky. I remember making an Imgur post of all things. I don't know if you guys remember Imgur. It was like it was an image sharing website that like had a front page and you could like scroll up and down. It was like Instagram Reels or even YouTube Shorts, but a long time ago. I made one going through all the No Man's Sky bugs, because like when it first came out, like I got marooned from my ship, and like it was in the middle of an ocean planet, and I literally I was like about to die, and I was like, my ship just like warped to the other side of the planet, and I was like stuck, and I was like, there's literally nothing I can do. And it's come so far from there. Stick it out? Really? Stick out the Farseer trilogy? Really? Malorium, you're gonna have to say more than that. Because, like, man, the second book just sucks so far. I hear you. I'll think about it. But, like, I might need more. Plus, like, there's a lot of... I mean, I'm not... Okay. I'm not a teenager in a medieval fantasy that is, like, abused like he is. But there are certain parallels in his life that mirror my own, and it's like... I don't like feeling like this again. Because I'm, like, self-inserting. I do that a lot. Do you guys self-insert when you read books? Or do you, like, read as, like, a friend in the same party as the main character? It wasn't as great as the first one. Nope. I've heard it's amazing. Oh, the Expedition. Okay, yeah. Prodode, good to see you. Welcome in. I'm super behind on chat. Sorry about that. Space Cowboy. I mean, if you're talking about Cowboy Bebop, I freaking love Cowboy Bebop. Like, oh, Trigun too. Those are 2 amazing animes. If you guys haven't seen those, that's like in the must-see list. One of the book series I was reading, I made it to 52 books or so in. That's a lot. When the author died before he could release the next one, so the series will never finish. Okay, so you're not talking about... crap, what's the one that Brandon Sanderson finished? Time... Smooth Brain is Smooth. It was the fantasy one. No Man's Sky has co-op. Why do you think they disabled position saving if you join someone? Oh, I don't know. I bet it was taking too much data. They honestly, No Man's Sky, and I'm still behind on chat, so I'm gonna say this quickly. No Man's Sky is like wizardry. It's technical wizardry. the amount of procedural generation and the diversity of procedural generation and the complexity of procedural generation, like the models that they've built, I'm pretty sure they're using machine learning for it, and it's just very sophisticated and performant. Like the amount that they do in that game, the features and mechanics, and then the world, like the servers, like how much hardware do they use for the game? Like they must be blowing a huge budget on keeping like how much of it is offline, how much is it online? I don't know. Like you can name a planet when you find it, and then it's available for everybody else. But if you're playing, like, can you play No Man's Sky offline? I think you can, right? Yeah, No Man's Sky is amazing. Imgur is still around. They just shot themselves in the foot by blocking Reddit links and setting up their own social media stuff that no one uses. Yep, that's why I stopped. That was like almost 10 years ago, wasn't it? A lot of times, you self-insert, but it depends on the book and how it's written. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I don't have Apple TV, and I'm not going to get it. Probably not. I mean, I might, because of Fargo and Ted Lasso. The Murderbot series. The Murderbot series is so good. I love those books. They're great. They're very comfortable. They're very quick and easy reads. I would recommend them. And they're making a series on Apple TV, and I'm like, damn, I want to see that. I love those books. Robin Hobb's world building is fantastic. They also move away from the main character in the series. Lots of growth. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Sea of Thieves seems kind of fun, but with friends, but I don't know anybody who actually has it and actually wants to play it. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of my situation. I've got a few diehard Sea of Thieves friends, but they're always busy. Wheel of Time, yes. Wheel of Time. Yeah, Sanderson finished Wheel of Time. And I heard he did a good job. I haven't read it myself. I'm not going to like bias towards Sanderson, even though I do like him as an author. I do like Mistborn and Stormlight Archives. Discworld. Merlin, yes. I don't remember. I don't know the context. Also, Sigma of the Seven Seas. Hello. Welcome in. I have been meaning to read Discworld forever. I just completely forget it. Like, I think I have a text file from like 2012 where I was like, I've heard about enough about Discworld to want to read it, and then I've like tried to keep it in my to-do list for a long time, or like my read these books list, and I keep on forgetting. It just keeps on getting dropped out. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how many books there are. Terry Pratchett is a god. Yes, I've heard that, and I don't know where to start. Guys, where should I start reading Terry Pratchett? Should I start at Discworld? Read Lord Foulsbane, The Chronicles of Thomas Covenant by Stephen Donaldson. Great book series. Totally frick. So, okay. I know this is a lot to ask, but if you guys have suggestions for me for books, please put them in the books channel in the Discord, because I do go back there and I'm like, well, I want to read something, and I'll go like look at what you guys posted, and I'm like, do I want to read this right now? Am I in a good place to read it and receive it or be interested? So like I kind of use that as you don't have to post it, but you know, I mean. Space Cowboy, The Expanse question. Oh, I don't remember what the Expanse question was. I remember mentioning the thing that I didn't like. It was more the terrorist issue where they succeeded in a big operation. And I think that's as much as I can say without spoiling anything. Have you thought about doing co-op with fans of yours who have the same game to explore? I've thought about doing community days. Like in Minecraft, for instance, like we did a community day when we launched the Minecraft beta server, which is still under development, by the way. It's not. We don't have a ton of volunteers, and so we don't. It's not super active right now. But you know, those types of games, I'm down for. My mods get angry every time I invite viewers into like a game instance because, you know, you can say the N word and the C word and all the bad words, and then it's my channel that gets it becomes a problem. So yeah, I think community days would be fun. We just gotta figure out that kind of game. Oh, you mean for No Man's Sky? Interesting. Community Day No Man's Sky would be fun. That actually that sounds kind of cool. I'm gonna write that down. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put this simply. Apple TV has the best sci-fi TV out there currently by far. They're also one of the cheapest streaming services, so for me it was an easy one. Okay, that actually might sell me on it. I might cancel Crunchyroll and get that. At least like for a while. Also, okay, hot take. I love Frieren. I think it should have been Anime of the Year. I also don't know how Anime of the Year was decided. Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year, and a lot of people are mad because Frieren was so good. Frieren was groundbreaking. Like, it was very good. If you haven't watched Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, 100% recommend. It's an amazing anime. It's good. It's comfortable, and it's not outlandish. So if you don't like anime and you're interested in maybe like figuring out a good anime, and you don't want to do all like the, you know, the middle schooler like harem kind of crap that, I mean, I don't want to call your, if you like that stuff, whatever. But if you're like not interested in anime, but you kind of are, like Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, 100% recommend. Solo Leveling wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I actually watched it on Crunchyroll, and you know, it was pulpy. It was kind of, it wasn't that like sophisticated, or it wasn't groundbreaking at all, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I just spent the last hour and a half fixing my computer because NVIDIA's driver update prevented it from booting. Ooh, what? Okay. Invalid selection if you're still here. Have a good evening and good luck. I'm sorry that happened. I had to update my NVIDIA drivers recently because of, well, last Friday, because it stopped me from playing Phasmo. I couldn't stream Phasmo last week. What graphics card do you have? And what driver version do you have? Because I'm very scared about that happening. But if you're gone, that's fine. I hope you have a wonderful evening. You definitely need to feel solid before you start reading that. Which one? Oh, Terry Pratchett. Okay. I got all of 20 minutes playing the new Dune game, and I was wanting to play tonight, but then I decided to take a dump. Oh, is it? Did it go down? I've heard good things about it. I don't know if I'm interested in playing it yet. I'm playing Clair Obscur, so that's my focus. Trying to remember what you're referring to. I finished it forever ago. Think Naomi's old boyfriend. Naomi's ex and Naomi's son, and what happened with them and what they did. That's how I feel with RDR2. I bought it forever ago and like wanted to play it, but I don't feel prepared or in a headspace to start it. That's me with God of War. The new God of Wars, and I say new, it's like PS4, so like 2017 I think was when the first one came out, and God of War 2 came out last year or 2 years ago. I started it and I loved it, but like I stopped and I can't get back into it. Get a chat filter tool for the server. True. Yeah, that just takes time to set up. I would join the NMS. Okay. I'm Gloob TV or Gloob V2 on your Discord. Okay, cool. Well, welcome into the Discord. You're nice people. Well, thank you, Ashib. And let me know if I pronounced that name incorrectly. Thank you for the hydrate. No, not a proto. I have an interesting planet for investigation. It has some of the worst weather possible. I've seen 2 extreme weather events at once. That's kind of cool, though. Are there tornadoes in No Man's Sky? 576.52 is the one that broke the computer. The 3070 Ti. Okay. Okay. I think we're both in the same risk zone. I'm in the 4000 series, but those have also been reported to have issues. So I'm like, I feel like I'm dodging bullets right now with this. I tried to look up to see if the drivers were still blue screening people. I am on. Yeah, I'm on the same. Damn. Here's hoping nothing breaks. Backing up my BL keys again before I check out, because that was part of my what was taking so long. Yes, BitLocker. I should probably do the same before reading Lord Foulsbane. Okay, I got it. Got to start reading Cliff Notes. I'm so behind. I could just skip. I just feel bad. Oh, I am caught up. Cool. There are now tornadoes on giant planets. Nice. Okay. I can show you one. Has extreme storm, wind, and lightning. Dang. Backed up BitLocker, reverted to 576.28, and it seems fine. Okay. So I'm actually gonna write that down. 576. It may not be stable for me, but if I do have issues, reverting might help. I'm taking that note. I'll be able to show or chill on NMS for a few hours after stream to want to have fun. I'll be honest. Well, one, I'm probably going to get off here in half an hour or so. I need to eat. I haven't eaten today. In fact, I need to. After this week at work, I'm gonna order something because that's like a little treat for myself. I realize I probably shouldn't say the restaurants out loud unless they're giant chains. I'm just saying this for my own understanding because I don't want to dox myself. Would have saved me pulling the card, uninstalling drivers, and then putting the card back in. I could have just instead booted out into safe mode. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, don't you have motherboard graphics or CPU integrated? But I guess not everything has integrated. I actually don't know if does the 7950X have integrated graphics? It does. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm good. If that happens, I can just throw the display port on the integrated port. You can't log into a pin protected user in safe mode. That was your problem. Oh. I haven't ever run into that before. You can have to go out of your way to grab a non-vid CPU, and then it's still there, just turned off. I suppose that's good though, right? It's you're saving. I don't know enough about CPU architecture to say if it saves on timings or power. Probably saves on power. Yeah, take it easy, invalid selection. Thanks for hanging out. If you're able to go into advanced diagnostics and edit the info, you know how to operate the command prompt. Yeah, you're talking about like in the boot up startup tools. power, I think, but it's cheaper in general. That is like one thing I kind of wish like consumer tooling was better for, because like I don't know, I actually don't know enough about CPU manufacturing and hardware to know, but I feel like GPUs, CPUs, they turn off like SoCs, or not SoCs, what are they called? They turn off segments of the CPU to sell a lower SKU of the CPU. But I feel like it would be cool to mod your CPU to give your like the rest of the cores. Like turn the rest of the cores on. How do you do that? I mean, they probably destroy the cores and bypass them. But if they don't, wouldn't it be cool if you could like enable, if you could buy like an Intel 9300 and then like up mod it to like a 9700 or a 13700K or something. Sometimes you can, but it's many times it's because one of the sections didn't print correctly. Oh, that's true. It's because they have too much stock of imperfect. It's not a print. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Fabrication. You ever heard of overclocking? I have. I have overclocked in the past. I generally don't mess with that stuff because I don't have a lot of energy to give it. Like when you overclock things, you have to be okay with instability. You also have to know what diagnostics you have. You have to know what information to gather to determine whether or not it's good. You also have to do some calculations, or you used to. Nowadays they have BIOSes that have like quote unquote AI tuning. So they like will do some of the calculations for you on your own. So like what I'm talking about is like RAM timings, RAM voltings. Like you want to undervolt your RAM, you want to undervolt your CPU. That'll make it run cooler. Take less power. If you want to overclock it, then you have to overvolt it, but then you have to make sure your cooling is good. So I have only done it, I've dabbled. And it was mostly in Intel. When I was on Intel, I have not overclocked. Wait, that's not true. I think I did a comfortable 5 to 10% on my 5900X when I was on the 5000 series. But I don't mess with that stuff. Like I've done a little bit of math with the RAM to overclock the RAM for a little bit, but like, it's not usually worth it. You need a day to get it right, and the understanding tomorrow it might not work, much less the next game. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like you have to, if you just want shit to work, don't overclock, like at all. You know? I have no friends to play No Man's Sky with. It's fun, but none of them have it. You know, I would recommend looking for Discord communities. I think No Man's Sky might have a Discord server, like an official Discord server. I'm gonna talk like a boomer for a sec, but I grew up in a time where nobody admitted they played video games, and everybody made fun of them, and everybody thought girls couldn't be video gamers, and it was just stupid. It was like caveman shit, right? And now everybody loves video games, and there's like you can find other people who love video games, and you can go play with them, and you can like figure out like it's just the shit, man. People are like, man, if you could go back to any decade, what decade would you go to? But I'm like, this decade, motherfucker, this decade is really cool. I mean, yes, there are things that are burning, but the world is always burning, and that's not to diminish what's happening now. It's just to check perspective. Things are really cool now in a lot of ways. And none of them are closely like relatable enough to play with. Most big games do have one. Yeah. I went and joined Deadlock. I played Deadlock for a while. I stopped playing it because it's kind of toxic and nobody knows how to play, which maybe is toxic for me to say, but like people play the game like deathmatch, and the game is very strategic. But yeah, I was on the Discord for a while, and and that was pretty cool. I found a couple people to play with. Check your whispers, sure. I'm not seeing anything. Oh. Thank you. I'm just not interested in Deadlock. MOBA is toxic. It really is. I mean, honestly, Deadlock wasn't that bad. We've met. I play with a buddy of mine that we play competitive games together. We played Counter-Strike and a couple others, but we've met people. Like, I've joined a couple Discords of dudes who played casually a lot, and it was pretty fun. They were hilarious. So you can meet people. It's just like people get really vindictive. So like the whole idea of Deadlock is that you have like lanes, right? You've got side lanes, you got a middle lane, and you need to go there. Little minions, enemies come in down the lanes like every 30 seconds or every 60 seconds or something. You got to kill the minions to get money. And you get money, you buy upgrades so that you can like have a build. And that's like the basics of a MOBA, right? You have you kill, you farm, that's what it's called. You get money. You build your kit. And it's like you can go magic or melee or DPS, like physical damage or magic damage. Basically, I'm kind of glossing over it. There are people that just don't understand that you have to farm. You can't just attack the other players, like the enemy team. If you do that and you die, then it takes time for you to respawn. You lose on farm. You have less money, and they're gaining money while you're dead. And that's it. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. So don't go trying to kill people and dying because you're not either not good enough or not, it's too risky and you lose the risk. Like, farm. Please farm. If you play a MOBA, please farm. That's it. And then you tell them that, and like I'm not a very confrontational person. I'm like, I need you guys to do this. But I don't say it that way. I'm like, hey, can you please farm more? Or can you please go back up this part of the team? Or I do like very simple requests. Or sometimes I'm like, I do end up being like the leader, I guess, to like, hey guys, we just need to do this. Like, hey, we're behind this much money. Like, because it shows how much money the two teams have farmed at the top, like at all times for everybody. You can tell we're behind. So like, hey, we need to catch up on farm. Can you guys focus on farm? And like sometimes it works. A lot of the times in MOBAs, they either shut up and do whatever the hell they want and like spite you, or they like go on voice chat and like flame you. They just get so toxic. And that's MOBA in a nutshell. Rockenstone. What I stopped paying attention to chat, now I'm behind again. Hi, Luca. What have you been getting into? He's got dirt on his face. What are you doing? Okay, whatever. Get out of here. I only play Deep Rock with strangers on the internet. That's my policy. Nice. The people at Deep Rock are I love that community. I honestly have never played with randos in Deep Rock. What of the modified game types that came out of Warcraft 3, 10 Hero Siege is the one I wish continued instead of MOBA. I never played any of the mods for Warcraft 3. I think I played Warcraft 3 at a friend's house, but I never owned it. I think my brother owned Warcraft 1 and 2. And I played those briefly. But I think he was borrowing it from a friend, so I didn't get to play for very long. Only MOBA I ever got into was Heroes of the Storm. And I liked it because it was different from the standard MOBA formula. I never played that one. Was that Epic Games? I can't remember. Who did Heroes of the Storm? I just opened NMS and got like another 4 stacks of oxygen. Nice. Sometimes my favorite thing to do in No Man's Sky is dump gas on people randomly in the space anomaly. You can do that in the space? I thought you couldn't dump stuff. Or like you do it outside of the space anomaly. The only one I didn't mind being a little bad at because it was forgiving. Heroes of the Storm. Oh, Blizzard? Really? Oh. What was insulting? What did I do? I mean, I stopped... Okay. Everything that Blizzard did after Overwatch 1, and like probably a few years before that, I just kind of played Overwatch a bunch. Like, I just stopped paying attention to Blizzard in 100%. So like, I'm sorry, I also don't. I never was super into any Blizzard games for, too much time. I don't speak English, and I made a mistake. I'm not saying that I only play Deep Rock with strangers. The only game I would play with strangers is Deep Rock. That makes sense. I generally, I mean, it sounds funny because like I'm on YouTube, I stream, I play games with people. I don't play with randos that often. Helldivers, honestly, Helldivers is a game that I play with randos, and I'm fine with it. I actually solo queue in Helldivers sometimes, which is weird. I don't do that. I don't normally do that. I'm kind of antisocial on online games. It is all Blizzard characters, my guy, saying it was epic. Oh, okay. I forgot that I said it was epic. That was a guess. Here's the Shield predates Overwatch. Okay, then it was definitely... I honestly don't remember much about how I paid attention to Blizzard. I don't think I just didn't pay attention to Blizzard. I think after StarCraft, was it Ghost? What was the StarCraft stealth game that they were building with Kerrigan's girlfriend? I don't remember her name. StarCraft Ghost. It was Ghost. Okay, cool. After they canceled that and they were like floundering in the late 2010s or early 2010s, excuse me, and they weren't like sure of their next direction, I kind of just stopped paying attention. I only paid attention to them during that time because I worked for GameStop, and so I kind of had to know about it, or at least I wanted to know about it to be a good employee. I'm very hungry. Let's figure out something to eat. Games related, did you catch the Sony reveal yesterday? I did not. Sony, I am completely ignoring Sony right now. I haven't paid attention much. I mean, basically since I don't have a PS5, I haven't really cared. Tactics Remastered. Oh, I did see that. I didn't know that they did a reveal, but I did see Tactics Remastered. I'll be honest, I only played Tactics very briefly. I never played it a ton, but it's nostalgic. That type of game is nostalgic. Do I want pizza? Or do I want... I have no idea. Ooh, I could get brisket. I'm tempted to get brisket and then go to the store and get vinegar powder. I mean, that's probably not the same, but if I use, a small amount. My stomach's like actually hurting after all of that talk about food. I played way too much of it. I did all the jobs, level 99 in chapter 1. That is a lot. That is dedication. I do not blame you though. FF games, I think, were the first games that I played like hundreds of hours before. FF10, I think I've combined played it like over 500 hours, which is a lot for an RPG, a turn-based RPG. I think I had Tactics on a Game Boy Advance. But I didn't have a Game Boy Advance until several years after it was out, and by that time, people had moved on to like PSP and other things. I broke my game because I maxed Ramza's classes. I couldn't do anything anymore because everything was 255 and all my tunes were like 20. That's a lot. That's funny. How long did that take? Wait, did you max? Wait, you maxed Ramza and then everybody else was 20? Tactics on GBA was a different game. Funny enough, it was an isekai game. What, really? Isekai before isekais? The game difficulty is measured by the character's level. Okay, so yeah, back then, that makes sense. That's like Oblivion right there. Heading out? Fireman, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a good weekend. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I'm gonna stream. If I'm gonna stream this weekend, I'm gonna try. I think it's a bit busy this weekend, but Sunday might work out. So we'll see. Saturday might clear up. We'll see. Meg characters were from a different world and were pulled into Evilis. Oh. I don't remember that. Except when they were pulled out into Dissidia. Dissidia was fun. Final Fantasy Dissidia? Didn't they make another Dissidia game? I only played the first one. I don't remember. Oh shit. I can't focus on finding food. I'm so hungry. Everything looks good and I don't know what to pick. Dissidia Opera Omnia. It was a mobile only game and they ended it not long ago. Oh. Was it good at least? Get barbecue? I might actually do that. I'm very influenced. I'm very what's it called? Impressionable. I'm very impressionable when it comes to food. Somebody mentioned pizza at work today, and I was like, "Oh, pizza! Pizza sounds good." What about a soft shell taco? I do like tacos. I feel like tacos though are like I don't know. I was gonna say something that isn't quite true, so I'm not gonna say it. But like, I think I got to be in the mood for tacos. It was fantastic. It was free to play. You could do the whole story and gacha for new characters. Oh, I wonder why they shut it down. Yeah, I wonder why they shut it down. Okay, brisket. Should I get a brisket sandwich or a brisket plate? Is it just me, or does it feel like chopped brisket is like just an excuse to give me less brisket and make it look like more? Maybe that's just me being paranoid. Not sure. As far as I know, it still made money. Pretty much had every FF character in it. Huh. Who knows the inner mechanisms of corporate CEOs' minds? It's a way for you to realize it's not 80% beef fat. Or it is 80%. You should do No Man's Sky game night via the Discord community. I suppose. What would be the main thing for doing it in Discord versus like a stream? No one, not even well, yeah. Dude, I could go on a rant, but I won't. I could go on a rant, but I won't. Do I want potato salad? Cucumber salad? What the heck is that? I'll do mac. I believe FF Brave Exvius or whatever is still going on, but it's a pixel game. Yeah, I haven't played. I don't know. Mobile games just like they don't usually catch me. I've been playing a lot of Slay of the Spire and Balatro on my phone, but that's like it. I don't know. Like the gacha just. I feel like gacha is a threat. You know, like, oh no, if I get in the habit of buying pulls, then it opens up Pandora's box, and I'm like, that's too scary. Like, I don't want to lose my money like that. I don't know. Maybe self-control isn't as hard as it feels, but like, or as hard as I think it might be, but it's just like, oh, well, if I got one pull, then it would be fine to get another one. Or I'll buy 5 at a time, so I save one, because they give you one free pull if you buy 5. Yeah, I don't know. It always feels icky. Hey, Liberty Pen. What are we chatting about? Honestly, anything at this point. We talked about No Man's Sky. We talked about books. I'm just yapping. I'm actually, I am ending pretty soon. I haven't eaten today, and everybody's telling me to eat. So I need to go do that. I also need to feed the cats and do some chores. But I'm trying to figure out what to order. Oh my gosh. This place has wings too. Should I or should I not? Oh my gosh. I did it. I did it. You should cover yourself in oil. I mean, I could. That would be a choice. Hello, friend. Welcome in, I guess. Eyes up here. I mean, yeah, I'm just chilling. Had a smash burger with potato salad for lunch. It was yummy. Nice. I love smash burgers. They're so good. Been playing Valheim again. Nice. I played that for a hot minute on Casual Elephant. He's another streamer that I raid kind of often. He's another developer. He ran a community server with no map, and that was interesting. So you kind of had to like make your own. Plus there are like map tools that you can get. You know, you just give it the seed and then you get the map. But don't tell them that. I haven't gotten to crap. What's the mist area? Like the mist biome? I didn't get that far. I kind of burnt out before I got up there. If you did a game night, you could discover POI points to show and explore on stream. I could. I don't know. So I just, I don't know when I'll do that. Like I said, I only have 2 days to stream a week right now, just because what I can handle with work. Because I work full time, and honestly, I've been working like 50 to 60 hours a week, which is not great. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm salary, so I don't get paid more. But yeah, things are really busy at work, so I don't stream much more than 2. So I'm not sure when a No Man's Sky community night would happen. But I did note the idea down. I stopped spacing out at the weirdest times. What part of the conversation did you come in at? Miss Lands? Yes, Miss Lands. If Casual didn't know that, then at least half the server was using a seed viewer and he wasn't paying attention. You know what? Probably. I just feel like for me, if I was like, hey guys, there's no map, this should be fun, I'll just forget that there's a seed viewer. Until I'm like, man, I wish I had a map. I wonder if... Which is what happened when I used the seed viewer. Oh, yeah, something about... I don't know. Ask Lofron. They're on YouTube. Haven't got past the plains. My furthest save was finding one after 30 minutes sailing and immediately getting killed by goblins. And the freaking blood mosquitoes. Freaking hate blood mosquitoes. Never got the drive to sail back and get my gear. Dude, that's like the problem. That is the problem with Valheim. It is so costly. It punishes exploration. And that's like, honestly, like I have a rant on that I won't go into right now. But it's like, why? Why is it designed this way? I do not like this. I hate losing progress. I hate having to like pay for, like, I like stakes. Like steak, it's good to have steaks, right? But like, I mean, the food and STAKES. But like, when it changes your behavior and how you play the game. Oh, no, you plan. Like, you can plan. It's just if you frick up, like, you can't plan for everything. I guess if you do a bunch of grinding up front and then have multiple copies of things so when you die, you don't have to go get your stuff. That's one way to plan, but that's like playing the game twice. It kind of stinks. People found the queen spawn on like day 1 of him opening the Mistlands for people, and that spawn is notoriously hard to find. I don't know how they did that. Was Huts part of that? Was Huts responsible? Huts is streaming. I think he might be on a modified schedule, but Huts is a hardcore gamer. Like I'm not afraid to say that. He freaking like Minecraft finds the Ender Dragon day 1. Like you open up a server, he's there, unless you tell him not to, and then he's respectful. But like you It was another group that was near us. Oh, okay. Yeah, Huts has an eternal focus in video games to like do the thing fast and quick. I thought I was like super into games and played them too much and get into that, but no. I feel like Huts is on another level. It hurts your soul when you lose stuff you took you hours to get. And that is exactly it. When you spend a bunch of time in a game doing a thing, and you get a certain amount of value, you get a certain amount of gear, and then you lose it all because of either a mistake or RNG or, you know, a bunch of different possible factors. Like, it just feels terrible. And I don't have that much brain juice, you know? Reminds me of the guy I was watching on Twitch on TT. He was able to kill the Ender Dragon under 22 minutes, which is possible. It's very possible. Those are entertaining. Those are entertaining videos to watch. I was as prepared as I could have been, but was just bad luck with Gobos. I was caught trying to set up a portal. Yes. And yeah, and I think it's fun if you have multiple people. When it kind of like if you have a squad of 4, then you're good. As long as only 1 or 2 people die, then if you can strategize, right? You get out, you get your skiff. I don't remember the boat name. Like get the better boat with the more HP. You roll in, try to find a place that's not near the encampment of the Gobos, and you set up walls. Like, set up walls as soon as you can. If you can bring a ton of rock and set up like actual like use the frickin' hoe. What's it called? The tool that allows you to like build to like move terrain. You can make a natural wall that they can't destroy and they can't get over. Then the only thing you need to worry about are mosquitoes. And then you've got the space and the breathing room to like build the portal. But if you're doing that alone, that's a lot of time that you're vulnerable and like just your ass is hanging in the wind as you're building the walls. It's yeah. The thing like the hoe. I mean, is it the hoe? I don't remember. It could be. I mean, it's not the shovel. I know it's not the shovel, but you know. Caught it live. The frustration of the poor spawns were real. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that game needs something. I feel like that game is already really great. I love Valheim. I feel like it can be even better. But I don't know. I think it's fine. It's the way it is. I just feel like I would. There's a few things missing from that game that would make me never stop playing it. Gonna hop. So hi, thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a good weekend. I think tomorrow we are on. No, we might not be doing Phasmo Friday tomorrow. And if we're not, then I'm gonna try and stream early. There's a convention that Click Clack Cloud is going to, and he's invited me, and I don't know if I'm going. I think I'm going. I think it's mostly Saturday, but I don't know about Friday. That's what's going on Saturday. Huh. Anyway, Phasmo, we might be doing something else other than Phasmo tomorrow. Just heads up. Losing your stuff in Valheim? There are ways to mitigate that, like primarily setting up a respawn hut in a safer biome when you make landfall. That is a good idea. That is a very good idea. I've never done that. I haven't gone to a con in years. I go to PAX West every year. By the way, PAX West ticket sales have opened. If anybody's going, just heads up. I'm going. You might see me. I freaking love PAX West. I make my friends play Dominion every year. I might bring my own set this year because the last couple years I couldn't get into the tournament. Mitigating risk? How about brute forcing it until it works? I mean, if you got the brain juice, go for it. Playing Dominion, I haven't done that in years. I love Dominion. I'm not, I gotta stop saying I'm not a tabletop gamer. I have played tabletop games that are fun. I think I have severe time loss avoidance. So like I feel it's very hard to convince me that a game is worth playing if I've never played it before. So like I've had friends invite me to play certain games and I'm like, okay, well, sure. And then it like wasn't fun because it was a new game and it just turned out not to be good the first time we played it. And I was like, well, that's a game I'm never playing again. Like, I don't know. It's like the risk of like losing that time and it not being fun and just having to like force myself to like focus on it and like learn it without payoff until like the second or third time you play it is just, that's such a steep cost for me to play. But Dominion hooked me. Like deck building, I think deck building in general I really like. I have far too many hours in Valheim. I've learned the hard way. Yeah. I've only played Valheim once alone. And I think I rage quit after I lost equipment like you. Star Hero Realms. There's an app for that. You know, that's actually a good point. I wonder if there are companion apps for. I should check. Next time somebody asks me to play a board game, I'll see if there's a companion app. Dev is showcasing a new terrain system on stream. See you later. Sounds good. Not a proto. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I think I need to close down stream now. I think it's time to head out. I've got food coming soon. I gotta feed the cats. If you're on Twitch, what do you guys feel about raiding Casual Elephant? We're talking about him. Might as well. He's playing Dune Awakening. Apparently it's back up. For YouTube folks, we'll just hang out for a minute after Twitch raids happen, and then I'll roll you guys to credits. I was in a board game club in college, and it was so much fun. Dominion and other deck builders were the best because I had a friend that was constantly my nemesis. We found the cheekiest ways to screw each other. That's nice. My first tech job, they had Dominion. They had two people had sets, like full sets of Dominion with all the expansions up to that point. It was awesome. So every day at lunch, they would just like let people play. And so, you know, it didn't matter who took lunch when. Sometimes it would be a big group. Sometimes I think we had like a 6-player game at one point. I mean, a bunch of times. The senior engineer who was responsible for a lot of my career direction after that job. He was a freaking menace. He was the kind of player that would try and find the most efficient route to screw everybody else over and win for himself and then do it as fast as possible. So he was just like bam, bam, bam. And he'd like pick things with like near flawless efficiency. And it was like very daunting, and also like I'm competitive, and so I was like, no, I'm gonna screw you up before you can do that. And so like I'm also not a player in Dominion, at least. I don't know about other games because I don't know, you know, the various systems, but like you have curses in Dominion. You can like attack. Damn it. I wasn't done. Oh well. Well, I'll finish the story, and if you're on Twitch, you can come back. But yeah, I don't like to attack people in other games. Like I won't make the first move. But if you make that move, it's war. I will use every ability I have to get you. I ain't gonna be I'm not gonna show any mercy, pull any punches. So all right, well, I'm gonna head out. Womp womp. Yeah, it's okay. I'll let you guys know in the Discord what I'm doing tomorrow, and otherwise I think my mic stands dying. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys later.